Hi, I'm Shelley Lear, owner of Mod Home Ec Studio and modhomec.com blog. Today I'm here in my studio for a 5-minute clinic, and I'm going to show you how to make single welt cord for all your upholstery projects as well as pillows if you'd like to make some custom pillows. First thing you need to do is have your 54-inch fabric laid out face down on the table. And we've got the selve edge here, which is, if you don't know this, this is the edge that is attached to the loom when they're weaving fabric. So we want the fabric to be coming straight down like this. And what we want to do is to cut these strips of fabric on the bias, which means the diagonal of the fabric. And I have students all the time ask me what the reason for that is. And it is if you cut fabric strips straight on the grain of the fabric, there's no stretch. So when you're trying to move cording around curves, you don't get any stretch in there, and it kind of just buckles and wrinkles. But if it's cut on the bias, there's some stretch and it can go around curves a lot easier. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a section of the fabric and fold it up here at a 45-degree angle. And then all you do is take scissors and cut along this fold, and this will be your first piece to start cutting strips from. We have cut this edge of fabric at a 45-degree angle, and if you have any question, these cutting mats have the 45-degree angle marked. So this is the line that we're going to start with. And just to make it simpler, I'm going to fold this over so that I don't have to make quite as many run-throughs with the rotary cutter. And on my quilter's ruler, I'm going to measure it to line it up at 1 3/4 for single welt cord. And here's my rotary cutter. I'm going to press down and just zip through this like that. Now the good thing is, if you are doing a lot of projects or you have to make a lot of welt cord, this goes a lot faster than cutting it with scissors, marking it and cutting it with the scissors. And then you just run through and do it over and over till you have enough strips to sew together. And we're going to go over to the sewing machine, and I'll show you how to make the cording. This is an easy process as long as you have the right foot on your sewing machine. And first of all, this is cording, and a lot of people I've talked to and the students I have don't exactly know what kind of cording to get. But if you buy it at the fabric store, it tends to be kind of limp, and this is a nice, it's firm cording, and it's easy to work with. You can buy this from an upholstery supply house. There are many of them online. When you want to make welt cord for any of your projects, the thing that makes it so easy is having the right presser foot for your sewing machine. And since I'm using an industrial machine, I've got this specially made cording foot that has a little groove in the bottom. And once I have that attached to the machine and the cording is being pulled through, it just fits right inside that groove, and it almost just makes the cording for me. I just have to guide it with my hand. If you don't have a commercial machine and you're sewing on a home machine that does not, that you can't really get presser feet for cording, you can use a zipper foot. And the zipper foot is just, the one I have for one of my machines is like this, and you have to just put the cord right up next to the edge there and get as close as you can, and that should work for you. But I'm going to show you on my industrial machine because it makes it so easy. The first thing we need to do is take our strips of fabric, and I'm going to take the right side of one and put it right side up, going out to my left. Then I take another strip of the fabric and I'm going to put this right side down on here, perpendicular. So this is how we're going to stitch these together. The stitching is going to go straight across there, and then I'm going to trim up the edges, and we just sew one after the other and make our long strip of fabric. The first thing I'm going to do is stitch on the diagonal right across these two pieces to get these connected. I'll clip the threads. So here's what it's going to look like to start, and then you come in with the scissors and just make a little trim right here, and then you flip it over, and that's how your cording is going to be joined together all the way along, and it's always on the diagonal. So I'll go ahead and get these strips made, and then I'll show you how to run the cording through the machine. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the cording inside of this strip of fabric and get it sewn together. I forgot to mention earlier that this foot that I have on here right now is a double welt cord foot, and that is obviously for making double welt cord, which I'll show you in another clinic, but I can make single welt cord with it because I'm just going to be using one side of it. So the first thing you do is put the cords just right smack dab in the middle there, fold it over, and have those cut edges even on that side. And then we come under here and fit that cord right down into the left groove. Push the needle down inside and just start sewing it up. And if you hold these edges straight on the side over here, you get this nice tight welt cord like that. And that can be used for many, many home decorating projects. Headboards, chairs, pillows, really anything. If you have any questions, email me at shelly@modhomec.com.